back to my channel. I'm back with another video and I'm back on my camera. I'm not gonna lie, recording off my laptop sucked just because I didn't like the quality, but that was like really the only way I was able to like record and get videos out quicker. But I am trying to go back to my camera. I'm actually getting a new laptop soon, so I'm actually able to transfer videos more easily because the laptop I have now doesn't have anywhere where you can put the SD card in it. So I have to like put the SD card in my desktop, upload it there, and then transfer from there to my laptop. And it just was a lot of work. But since I'm now able to do it from my new laptop, you know, I'm able to use my camera again, which thank God. But yeah, so this video is going to be about COVID and this new strand or new strand. People say both. People say new strand and new strain. I don't know. But yeah, so there's like a new version of coronavirus out there, and it just seems like this virus is never going to freaking end. It's like and again, like I wasn't one of those people who thought that the virus was going to be gone by next year. I definitely wasn't one of those people. I don't understand why people thought that. People thought that just, oh, like when January gets here, it'll just be gone. I mean, that would be an amazing miracle if that was the case. But to be realistic, you know, this virus isn't going to go away anytime soon, especially because of how America has been handling the virus. You know, people don't want to wear masks. People don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing. Even though when you look at other countries and you see what they're doing, which is staying indoors, they're locking everything down. They're making masks mandatory, and because they did that, they were able to get their numbers down much faster than America. I don't know why people don't see that, or people don't make that connection of like, oh well, they did it, so if we did it, like it could work. But people just, you know, they made the whole mask thing way too political, and a lot of people too, they don't want to come out of their like bubble. They don't want to do research. They don't want to see like what other countries are doing. They just want to, you know, have things the way they want to. But at the end of the day, like, you can't control a virus. Like, yes, we all want to go back out there. Yes, we all want the world to go back to how it was. And I actually have a very unpopular opinion about that, because everybody is saying that the world isn't ever going to be the same again. I disagree. I do think we're going to be living in a new normal for a while, but to say that we're never going to go back to the way things were, I don't know. I mean, I think the only difference would be that, you know, as more and more people get this vaccine and it's supposed to become more regulated, I think that our new normal is going to be that, along with getting the flu shot every year, that people will have to get the COVID shot every single year. I think that's the only like big difference that I could see lasting forever. But to say that we're never going to go back to being out, you know, being with friends, being able to have, you know, parties and stuff, I think that's a bit of a stretch. I think we are going to be able to see those, or be able to experience those things again, but it's just going to be a long time before we get to do that. But I say all that to say, so there's a new wave of this COVID virus happening, and there have been reports of a new, again, I don't know if it's, I've always said a new strand, but a lot of these news articles have been saying strain. So either way, you guys know what I'm talking about. So there's a new strand of COVID out there. Again, it works similar like the flu. Like the flu mutates every single year. And so the flu vaccine, it differs from year to year because they're trying to base it off of the previous year's flu and stuff like that. And so this virus is, you know, mutating, and I believe the first reports of it was in the UK, and now they're saying that it's in South Africa. So I pulled up this quick little article that's talking about it. So basically they're saying that in South Africa, they're struggling to contain this new wave of COVID-19. And also, so I'm on the Guardian. I'm on the Guardian website, and they basically are saying that this new strand of COVID is said to attack more younger people than older people with this one. So, as we know, if you guys have been paying attention and following this virus from the beginning, you guys know that back in March, when it became like a huge thing, people were saying that COVID affect. There were so many like things that were being said that ended up either not being true, or we just found out more information about it because it was so new. So we were getting information as it came in. So I don't really know what's 100% accurate, but basically when COVID first became a thing in March, they were saying that it affected older people, right? So all the younger people were like, okay, cool, we don't got nothing to worry about. People were going on spring break. People were, doing all kinds of stuff, spreading the virus. And then they were like, oh, yeah, actually, young people can catch the virus and it can affect them horribly. And so it went from just older people to, well, no, it can affect anybody except for like children. They were saying like that children and babies couldn't get it. And then you heard that children and babies were getting it. And then you were hearing that, oh, well, animals can't get it. And then you heard about the tiger that got COVID-19. And then, just hearing all kinds of stuff. But long story short, this virus clearly doesn't discriminate. It can attack anybody. I know a lot of people were saying that it would only attack people with weak immune systems. That's also not true. I know people, well, I don't know people personally, but I've heard stories of people who were super duper healthy, did everything they were supposed to do, they take care of their bodies, and they still got hit with the virus and still had to go to the hospital. So this virus is affecting everybody differently, whether you're old, young, whether you have a good immune system or, your immune system sucks. And I had the virus, and I'm young, and granted, I don't have the best immune system in the world, but I still caught it, and it still affected me terribly. Like, I thought I almost had to go to the hospital because my breathing started to get affected by it. But anyway, I said all that to say, clearly this virus is not going anywhere. Like, I for y'all who think that when January 1st, 2021 comes around, that this virus is just going to disappear because of this new vaccine, like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's probably not going to be the case. Like, and granted, like, they have said that this new vaccine should also fight the new strand, but we don't know. We don't know. Like, there's so much stuff that's just, out there because we just don't know. Like, the longer that we're in this, the more information that we're finding out about it. It's not like the flu. The flu has been around for decades. The flu has been around for years. And, at this point, we know how the flu works. We know how the flu affects most people. And they've pretty much have not perfected the vaccine, because no vaccine is perfect. But we've gotten a hold on the flu. But with this coronavirus, it's, there's just so much more that we don't know. And these numbers are still out of control. And I think people also too need to realize that even though we should be able to trust like our public officials and the people that we put in power, you still have to think for yourself. And so if you know that there's a virus going around and it's not safe to be out there, even with the mask and stuff like that, just stay home. Like, I get it. Like, you got cabin fever, you want to go out and you want to live your life, but that's just not where we are right now. And I think that people need to stop being so selfish, and I think people need to stop taking advantage of the fact, like, and again, like, this can be up for debate, but when you have states like Atlanta, who their numbers are just out of this world, but the people in power there, they're not doing anything about it. They won't shut down. They won't put more restrictions up there. They're literally just letting people do whatever, and they're allowing the people that live there to just get sick. Like, you can't, or I should say the people in Georgia, not just Atlanta, but Georgia period. Their numbers are crazy. And so like you have to just think for yourself and not be selfish. Like I don't understand why. I mean, I get it. I understand that there are selfish people out there. Trust me, I've met plenty of them in my life. Um, but it's just it's insane. It's insane, and again, there's so much division that we're gonna have to like start like trying to fix and trying to heal from. Because even with this whole vaccine thing, a lot of people don't want to take the vaccine. Now, I'm not against vaccines. I've taken the flu vaccine like every single year since I could take it. When I was younger, I took like, all the vaccines and stuff for like chicken pox and like I'm not against vaccines. I'm not against that stuff. It's just with this particular vaccine, I want to wait. I want to see how it's going to affect other people first, and then the more that they test it and the more legit that it seems, then I'll be open to taking it. But right now, I'm not in a hurry to take a vaccine. I think that for right now, if people trust the vaccine, it should be given to, frontline workers and the people that are going to be interacting the most. And this is what I wanted to bring up too, is that for someone like me, like again, I have no desire to put myself out there and to risk the health of myself and others. And so for me, part of the reason why I'm not in a rush to get a vaccine is because I'm doing my part. I'm staying at home. If I do go out, I'm wearing a mask. Like I'm not, really exposing myself to a lot of, people. Whereas I have friends, well, I have people that I know that are still going to parties. They're still hanging out with friends. They're still doing what they want to do with no mask, no type of protection. Those are the people that need the vaccine because they're exposing themselves. They're going to these pool parties and all this different stuff that's like not safe right now. But yet they're also the same people who don't want to take the vaccine. And I also don't understand too, because there's also been debate about the people that are getting the vaccine. Like now there's people saying that, oh, where are all these, rich white people and all these politicians getting the vaccine before, the rest of us? Y'all didn't want to take it. Like, am I bugging? Like, majority of the internet didn't want to take the vaccine. Most of y'all said y'all didn't trust it. It's been made way too fast. Like, a lot of y'all said that y'all wouldn't take it. So, I'm confused as to why when you see these politicians taking the vaccine and they're, this was the funniest thing because they had the vice president, Mike Pence, and some two other people. They had them on TV taking the vaccine, and every time they would inject the vaccine to their arm, you see them at the camera going, and it's like, you've had the vaccine in your arm for a couple seconds. Like, we don't really know how it's gonna affect you. But anyway, stuff like that has been making people angry. And I'm just like, they're doing this because y'all are refusing to take it. Because everybody, including myself, is saying that it's too soon and they don't feel comfortable taking it. Which is fine. That is your right. You can choose whether or not you want to take it. But why are you getting mad at the people who want to take it? It just so happens that the people who want to take it are people that have money and like, it's just, I don't know, like, I don't get that. I don't get the people that literally were saying, like, I don't want to take it, I don't want it, I don't trust it, but then get mad when they see people who have kind of been, like, in a way, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of them have been, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Like, again, everyone's entitled to how they feel. But we got to get on one accord. Like we have to do something because clearly what we've been doing hasn't been working and it hasn't been getting the numbers down. So I am glad that there's a vaccine out there, and I'm glad that people are trusting vaccine. And like I said, in the next couple months we'll see, because like I said, we don't really know the long-term effects. I know there have been people that have been testing this vaccine for the past couple of months. They've had a few people who volunteered themselves to be tested with this vaccine since March, and I really commend those people because I would never do that. But yeah, like, I don't know, we'll see if the vaccine seems to work and it seems to be safe, then I would be open to taking it if I have to. But again, if I have to, then I'll be open to taking it. But I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I just want to see the end of this. I want to have hope that it will end soon, because right now I don't feel like it's gonna end soon. I know people are looking forward to, next summer and, getting back to their summer activities. I just don't think that that's where we're gonna be at. Well, unless enough people take it, because they did say if enough people take the vaccine and numbers start to go down, that we may be able to see a somewhat normal summer. But I don't know. I think people just need to do their part. Like, I don't understand why people are so against doing what they have to do to get back to normal. I don't think people realize that the more that you're fighting it, the more that you're fighting these mandates and these protocols, the longer we're going to be in this mess. So it's like, suck it up, grow up, and just do what you have to do so we can get out of this. Like, it really does make me want to move to another country sometimes, because I'm like, what part of this are y'all not understanding? Like, anyway, those are my thoughts on this whole COVID situation and this new wave that we're about to enter. And yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys are nervous about what's about to happen, or if you guys are also frustrated with how people are reacting and acting in this pandemic. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to check out my clothing line, Andrea's Clothing. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.